Hi YouTube, this is Jewel once again coming to you on a clip of part 2. That's why I have on the same Saints t-shirt. It's the same day I just decided to chop the videos up. This is going to be a video to show you some of the things I've been working on in the nursery since the last episode of a nursery tour, and to kind of give you an idea of where those items came from and where we're going after that. So let's step aside and see what we have. First up on the list, new to the nursery, would be this shelving area. Let's see if I can back out. This is a shelving unit that is called a laddering shelf that I purchased from Lowe's. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laddering shelves, and as you start from the bottom and reach the top, the shelves become have a little less depth and a little less width. So my dolls are now being stored on a shelving unit instead of being placed on the floor or in a bucket. So I have some of my newer ones there on the bottom shelf there. And actually some of my Behringers, which are my older dolls, are on the bottom shelf. The girls are. And then as we creep up to that third shelf, you'll see my rate, comment, and subscribe reminder board. And then if we aim up, you'll see my 2 latest girls, which is Mia right there with the white bow, Mia Nicole, and this is Delasia, who doesn't quite have a middle name yet. We're still working on that, but that's Mia and Delasia. And then, of course, at the top, I have my boy gang, which is Alfonso, Fat Man, who has been named Tyrone, and my sleeper Sammy. If you guys have been following me, you'll know that we have a toddler doll in the nursery now. And we tend to like that name, Nicole, so that is Kenya Nicole. She is sitting in one of my first curb finders that I'm going to note and share with you today. It's not the first thing I've found on the curb, but that's the one we're going to start with. She is sitting in a little green chair that doesn't have anything wrong with it except the seat needs to be cleaned a little bit. All the legs are functional. There's no broken pieces, and she looks great sitting there. Next to her, at the flea market that my mom and I display my dolls at the flea market, and my mom sells 18-inch handmade doll clothes. There's an antique seller there that sells furniture and different whatnots that she gets from estate sales. And this is an antique. She says it's 110 years old or possibly even older child's doll carriage. And when I say this thing is absolutely gorgeous, it is just absolutely gorgeous. The legs on it and the wheels on it are very antique. It has a foot brake in the middle of the basket that keeps the basket from rolling. It's been through a little bit. We can say that it was definitely well played with, because right where I have the blanket poking through, there's a hole on each side of the basket. But other than that, that basket is beautiful and, for me, in perfect condition. I don't like to try to refurbish or repair things that are antique and they only have damage because they have been played with and very well loved. This piece on the bottom you saw in an older video, and I told you that I would be painting it and creating a new moon for it. I actually left the knobs on the bottom where you can hang jackets and sweaters. I spray painted, well, I hand painted the unit itself, and then I recrafted the silver moon. And then if you look at the words, which is, I think it's not coming up, oops, sorry guys, real well here. It says over the moon for you. And those were just 99-cent silver decal letters that you can get from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. There we go. Over the, let's bring this down. Over the, sorry guys, not so good with this camera. Over the moon, let it focus, for you. I thought that came out real cute. I had plenty of letters and never anything to kind of quite do with the letters. Now, in this little cubby hole here, let me back out, I have a little green shelf. Try to get over there and hold that up for you. I have another shelf that I'm going to utilize. And this one is just a nice little, let's see where we are. Nice little plain shelf. Sorry guys. Nice little plain shelf with the little scallops on the bottom that we're going to use. And we are actually going to, I don't know if you guys can see my little curtain that I created here. This is just a piece of fabric that I gathered at the top and put on a $2 pole from Walmart. I actually got this piece of fabric that's embossed with embroidery thread. It was quite expensive at Hobby Lobby, but you know you can use your 40% off. And then I only got a yard. And I would like to hang that little shelving unit above my little curtain. I think that's going to be great. And then if I zoom in here, I can show you some other finds that I picked up from my thrift shopping. This is not at the same thrift store. This is at a different thrift store. My dolls, my toddlers, are going to have nice little Sunday dressed bears to play tea time with. So they're all dressed up in their little Sunday hats, like they'll be just perfect for tea time. Then over here I have a green picture frame, which is going to work really well with the theme above the curtain. And then here, I thought would be a good piece also. It's actually, I guess you would call that, I'm not quite sure, a harp, a handheld harp maybe. And the colors that it's already painted blends perfectly in with the girls' theme. Then look at this, guys, for tea time. Isn't that gorgeous? That was only $2. Believe it or not, guys. And then I actually found this cute little elephant teacup. And look at the top, has a baby elephant sticking out of the top. $1.99, and that was at the thrift store that does the 50% off. So that means it was only $1. Or actually, a little less than $1. Then here, I found this cute little, I'm sure it's a candle holder, but we're going to put like little candies or little napkins or something in there when we dress the table for the dolls. And you guys know I love journals, and I love green. So this one worked out perfectly for me. That is just gorgeous. That was only a buck. Now these I already had, and I'm sure I collected most of these from my 50% off thrift store, which normally are a buck, which means I probably got them for 50 cents. And this young lady here, she is a larger one, and she actually sits down. I love the way you can perch her on the end of items. Let's watch this here. She's actually perched on the end of this little table here. And she has on her pearl beads and her Sunday hat, and she is definitely ready for tea time. Now, as I move her out the way, what you're going to see before you, believe it or not, is a unit that less than 4 hours ago, I picked up off of the curb across the street from where I live. Which means this was an absolutely no cost, free piece of furniture. And I want you to really get a look at that. This piece is wood furniture. It's not particle board. It's not pressed wood. It's not MDF. It is gorgeous. Look at the scallop on the bottom of that. The drawers are all intact. Look at the woodwork on the drawers there. Look at that. Look at that. Those are actually carved birds in there. And it's paneled on the sides in the carved bird also. And let's look at the carving on the front. Is that not gorgeous? That is gorgeous. This piece, I'm going to sand it just a little bit because I like the little used, well-worn, antique sort of look. I'm not going to shellac it. I'm not going to fill in any spots. I'm not going to do any of that. I am going to dust it off. I'm going to sand it in places just a little bit. And then I am going to utilize it in my doll nursery just as it is. So guys, I want to tell you to be on the lookout for pieces like that and things that you can use in your doll nursery where they cost little to nothing. So, shout out to everyone in the wonderful world of the Reborn doll community. Yes, I restacked my stuffed animals in order to make room for my ladder shelf, which I hope to be creating many more dolls, and that's why I left that little bitty space right there, because I'm hoping to buy another ladder shelf before that particular style disappears, and then I'll have to try to match it. So I'm hoping to just get me another ladder shelf really soon before those go bye-bye. So look at that, guys. Look how well my sign looks on that wall. I'm so happy with it. And we are going to say, have a great one. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Give us some comments and some feedback so we can know how we're doing or what we should change or what you'd like to see next. So this is Jules signing off from Nola Reborn Dolls Nursery. Bye-bye, guys.